Welcome. Supreme Court of India, honorable judges, they accepted a petition filed by two people against use of pellet guns during Cockroach Janata Party protest. We know that there was controversy. Delhi police denied that. They are saying that we did not use any kind of pellet guns. But some students, they removed their shirts, they showed their bare body, they showed that the wherever the marks with due to that pellet guns, the wounds and injuries due to pellet guns, they showed publicly in the social media. Those videos were circulated heavily. Everybody knows. One student told that one ball, what is that pellet guns ball, it came and hit my eye, and then I could not be able to see. I lost my sight. That's what he said, one boy. So whatever, there were public evidences that the pellet guns were used, but the Delhi police says that we did not use it. That was the controversy. So two people went to court and they filed a petition there in the court. The court accepted, Supreme Court accepted that petition. I think the Supreme Court also will be cautious now, because the entire problem started from the CJ. He called the youngsters cockroaches. From there the problem started, and recently he said that I don't have any time to watch videos, and then that also became another issue. So this time the Supreme Court want to be careful, and then they accepted the petition and they are hearing that particular case. The case was filed by two victims who were alleging that they shot the pellet gun balls on us. And there is one more person, Yashovardhan Ajad. He is a former Intelligence Bureau Special Director, Yashovardhan Ajad. So these people actually related to this petition. What actually the petitioners were arguing is that they wanted, or they're demanding that this use of pellet gun should be banned or decommissioned. That's one demand they kept. The second one, they're saying that use of these pellet guns are constitutional violation. So whoever used it, you take action on them. That is the second they were talking about. And they were asking the compensation to the people who are affected this use of these pellet guns. And the fourth one, you bear the medical expenses. The government should bear the medical expenses. So these were the demands kept by the petitioners who filed in the Supreme Court. That case was accepted by the Supreme Court. So this was the case. We know that on 20th July there was huge protests. From there actually the problem started. So they filed petition along with the evidences. What are the evidences they had? Some protesters' videos were on the social media. Eyewitnesses were there, and they produced eyewitnesses and some medical records also saying that that these were the wounds from the pellet guns. So all these evidences were attached with the petition, but the Delhi police denied that use of any pellet guns. They say that still they're arguing that they did not use it. So this is a major problem there. We know that what are pellet guns? Pellet guns are the pump action, like kind of shotgun firing. In the cartridges, generally there will be shotgun firing cartridges. Generally there will be bullets, a kind of bullet which can poke, right, with a sharp bullet. So, but those will not be there in the pellet guns. Balls will be there. So one kind of balls, they insert only 4 or 5 balls, and at a time they will push all the balls and they'll spread to different areas and to control the crowd and all. So they are the pellet guns. So they used those pellet guns. This was the allegation, and they are very sharp, and they are not harmful to the life of any person, but it may injure eyes. In rare cases, if that ball, if it touches here or somewhere, and then their sensitive areas, and then they may die, but in the rare cases they will die with the pellet guns. But it damages, it causes wounds and causes heavy pain So that was the danger of the pellet gun. So that's what one student said, that my eye, it hit my eye and then I lost my sight. That videos on the social media. I think all these were produced in the court by these petitioners. So the Supreme Court, uh, uh, they don't have options, so they took it. And one more controversy going on is that the FIRs, these Cockroach Janata Party people, they they withdrawn their protest. They withdrew the protest with few conditions. Among that, one of the conditions was that the FIRs should be cancelled on the protesters. That was the one of the conditions kept by the Janata Party, Cockroach Janata Party. But after the protest was withdrawn, but now still arrests were going on. So many arrests are going on. Yesterday in Uttar Pradesh, Junaid Bhai family, he came out and he alleged that his father and his minor son, his minor brother, they were detained. He also alleged that some of his family members, somewhere like sister and his family members, were also questioned. That's what the allegations by the Junaid family. And even Cockroach Janata Party, they gave a warning to the government that again will start in Uttar Pradesh if we do this. So, but the Uttar Pradesh government or the police saying that we did not detain anybody. They used pellet guns. They said we did not use it. They detained Junaid Bai's family and they said we did not use it. We did not detain them. So these general police are doing this. So the state government they are believing that maybe some offense took place, whatever it may be, they are doing their job. But here the problem comes is that one of the conditions was that the FIRs would be cancelled. That was the condition, right? Then why all these arrests even after the the students withdrew their protest? Why? And this was the question. But we know that some around 70 protesters were detained in Delhi during that protest. 70 protesters were detained. After 20th, 70 protesters were detained so far. So they should be released, right? And the FIRs, multiple FIRs were filed and those should be cancelled. When this was the condition, the few states responded, like, I think Assam, they withdrew FIRs. They announced that we are withdrawing all the FIRs on the students. West Bengal, reportedly, I think they also announced. Bihar, they announced. Already they announced. Delhi also, because that was actually the major area, so the Delhi also part of the agreement. But the problem was coming from Uttar Pradesh. It seems that Uttar Pradesh Yogi Adityanath ji government, he is hunting the protesters, filing the cases and detaining the families. According to the Junaid Bai's family, and he said that my family was being under target, and then but still the protest was going on. The hunting of the protesters was going on in Uttar Pradesh. That was the allegation now. But Uttar Pradesh government is denying, but behind they are doing this, all these kind of things. That's what according to the news. Thank you, Namaskar.